like a boss.
In the beginning, he's always asking you where you at. In the beginning, he's always saying, how let me know when you come home. Let me know when you're this. Let me know when you're that. Like, this kind of person comes across as though they care a lot, but in reality, it's jealousy masquerading almost as though they care. What happens is that as the relationship progresses, they won't see you as an individual. They'll see you as an extension of themselves. Especially with women who have an anxious type of attachment, you gotta be careful with those kind of guys because it comes across as though it's love. And if you're somebody that's really anxious, you will mistake obsessiveness for love. Be careful with guys who love you too fucking fast. You guys have to learn how to have boundaries. And if you want to know how to have boundaries, just put boundaries on my channel. You'll find videos about boundaries, okay?
When you're on the date with him, he pretty much talks about having another date with you. So he'll be like, what? You haven't been there? Okay, you know what? Next time, let's go. Next time, let's do that, right? Let me tell you something, man. If I go on a date and
doesn't make a guy love you. It's the lack of text that makes a guy love you. It's your presence doesn't make him love you. It's your absence that makes him love you. Let your unavailability and your lack of texting do your dirty work for you. Less is more, not more. It sounds like Matthew Hussey, to be honest with you.
rejection only hurts when you like the person and you want them to like you back. Other than that, it'll just roll off of you. Anyways, subscribe for more videos.
The next sign that a guy's attracted is his exclusivity when he's talking to you. What I mean about exclusivity is that when I teach guys how to talk to girls, when they're in an interaction with a girl, they really hate when they either get a text message, when they get a phone call, or when a friend happens to pass by them. Because when they're talking to a girl and they're attracted to the girl, they don't like looking at their phone, they don't like talking on the phone, and they definitely don't like their friends interrupting them because they feel like it'll interrupt their rhythm. So the same thing is that when a guy likes you, his friends will not be around. He will not get any text messages, and even though if he gets any text messages, he's gonna ignore them. Okay, so that's one of those things because his attention is on you, and he feels like if he loses your attention, he feels like if he responds to the text message, he's going to lose your attention and lose a potential chance to be with you. You see, so they want to give you that exclusive attention for that moment.
And I'm not totally not into her. Okay, I am not, and I am not talking about the future. The only future I'm talking about is getting home and smoking a blunt to recover from this experience. Okay? So a guy will never, ever make a future plan with you if he doesn't feel the vibe. Okay? So that's the first thing. This is not a definite thing, 100% thing that he should do. But for the most part, this is what guys do when they like you. If those women had that policy in mind, where they would never give money out to a man no matter what, this would never happen to them. But they let their emotions affect their decision making. The visual is the easiest road to make people believe, right? Seeing is believing, but seeing is in reality. What you see a lot of the times is not reality. A lot of the times what you see is curated. A lot of the things are not what they seem, especially if you barely know the person. Women have hypergamy, consistently looking for better. It's nothing bad. It's what your ancestors did, and you are the descendants of your ancestors who use this as a strategy to get here. So it does work. There's nothing to be ashamed of it. It's just how it is. I'm a bad texter. Ladies and gentlemen, that just means he's preparing to bullshit you, okay? Don't believe that bullshit, okay? All right? Don't believe that bullshit, all right? Anytime a guy says I'm a bad texter, and that's why it takes me so long to text you back, he's bullshitting you.
Physically or verbal abuse. A push is a hit. Verbal name calling always and most likely leads to physical abuse. There is just no compromise in this. There is no reason to be with a guy who abuses you physically and verbally. Next one, dating a criminal. Okay, let me include that. If you date a criminal, a drug dealer, a fucking any kind of criminal that's a career criminal, run. Unless you enjoy being with a guy who's a criminal, like a drug dealer, then go ahead, stay. But I'm just letting you know. Anyways, this type of woman, the damsel in distress, is a woman who shows weakness. The woman who is less constrained. She's more wild and has a bunch of energy. This guy who reacts to her will feel like he can help her out and be the hero, right? The man who falls for this has strict mothers and are consciously attracted to perfect looking women and unconsciously want a rebellious woman. They want a mother figure as a wife. They also want the slutty girl as well. They feel like this woman
is weak and are lured by the pleasures that this wonderful woman seems to offer. But this type of woman is very manipulative. They present themselves as having a shitty life. And the reason why that type of woman would do that is to elicit the empathy of the guy. And it'll emotionally engage the guy. But it works. So you could use this in a healthy way by just showing weakness sometimes. Exposing the things that hurt you.
Learn to look for the micro expressions. There's a concept that a psychologist named Paul Ekman discovered. He pretty much asserts that everybody communicates what they feel in a fraction of a second, and then they hide it. But what happens is that humans are consummate actors. People are always wearing a mask. But the thing about that social mask conceals who they really are, right? The beauty about it, this mask has cracks in it. And you must learn to see it because these cracks are usually non-verbal. What you do is then you use your rational mind to interpret those non-verbal cues viscerally, in other words, verbally. So always remember, people are always trying to hide how they feel. That's why the Godfather said, like, never go against the family. In other words, don't ever tell the division that's within us. Learn to look for those micro expressions. And the way they work is that there's 7 primary emotions that the psychologist talked about. He talked about contempt. Contempt is like, you know, when they go like that, the way that comes out is quickly, like just like a quick burst and it goes back to normal. And it's hard to see with mask on. You see the squints, you know, but then again, it could be that they're blind, right?
Prioritizing the long term over the short term. If you're somebody that prioritizes the long term over the short term, you make better decisions in every aspect of life. When you prioritize the long term, you pretty much open the apertures of life itself. And you begin to see deeper into the future. Thinking long term becomes almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're a short-term thinker, that's a character flaw. You could develop addictions. You end up staying in toxic relationships because you just don't want to leave. Develop maturity through self-awareness by realizing that you're not mature and working your way up. As you grow older, your brain matures and the experiences you have strengthens you as a person.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have 2 nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women of power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you can read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you can pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. Oh, I'm closing the channel.